Hey guys, welcome back. Phoenix542 here. Now, welcome back to Minecraft Dinosaurs episode 6. Today we got some fun stuff planned. We're doing pretty well for this series. We've got a lot of resources, evidenced by this full diamond armor and these crazy good tools. We've got a nice home. We've done some work on a special project over there called the Oasis. We're doing pretty good. But we haven't made much progress on the actual theme of this season, which is the laboratory where we're going to be having all of our dinosaurs. So I thought it's time to change that. Now that we are established in survival and we don't have need for a whole lot, we basically have all the materials that we could ever want. I figured it's time that we start work on our actual build. So I have done some stuff, and you can see by my inventory we're going to be doing some stuff with redstone. Just really quickly, I want to talk about the couple things that I've done in between episodes. I enchanted all my armor. Nothing really good. I didn't get anything that good. And then I also made the manual and cutlass just a little bit better. I added some more quartz. And then I made these new shurikens, because the old shurikens that I had were pretty sucky. So I made these new ones. I made 3 of the blades out of manulin and then 1 of the blades out of paper. And the reason I did that rather than making them all out of manulin is mainly because I didn't want to put... Because I wanted one of these to have as much damage as possible, I didn't want to put a moss on it. Kind of like how I didn't put moss on my manulin cutlass. So that way I could have more damage. Because moss takes up an entire modifier. So I put paper on it. Because for 1, we get an extra modifier, and for 2, now because it's one of the blades, I can actually use paper to fix it up, and I don't have to spend manulin to fix it. So it actually makes it super, super cheap to replenish, so it's not even necessary to have auto repair. But yeah, they do 15 attack damage, which is really good, and they have fire aspect, so they can help get some extra damage through that. That's basically the most of what I've done in between episodes. Nothing else a whole lot worth talking about. I made a new shovel and a new mattock out of cobalt, but that's not really groundbreaking. I just wanted faster tools, so I made those. Okay, so let's talk about our goals today. We have 2 goals. It's pretty simple. So this episode may turn out shorter. We'll see. Okay, goal number 1. Make a piston door for the entrance to our lab. Well, you may be thinking, oh, this is the lab. Well, this is the outside part of the lab. Most of the lab will be underground in the mesa. Okay, goal number 2, make a big cavern for our entrance room. I have a pretty cool plan for this entrance room, guys, and I can't really explain it very well, but in my mind it looks crazy cool. So, those are the plans for today. As you can see, this will be the entrance for the lab. Now, my apologies, I was interrupted by a text message. Okay, as I was saying, this is the entrance for the lab, and we're going to be having a spiral 3x3 piston door. Now, I've done a lot of the redstone already off camera because I'm watching a tutorial by Mumbo Jumbo. I'm sure you've heard of him. And I need to... I don't know redstone well enough to kind of just watch it one time and then get everything, so I have to keep going back to it. But I've gotten to a point where I can kind of finish it up with you guys on camera. So we're going to need some repeaters, a comparator. Oh, I forgot that we have to go down here. Crap. We have to turn this. Need a comparator running into a block with another block. Okay, there we go. Forgot about that part. Next, we can put a repeater down there. That's all good. Then we're going to have 2 repeaters here running through 4 ticks. Okay, and then we're going to have redstone dust here. Take this out. Redstone dust there. With a repeater, I believe. Actually, I can't remember. I should probably check. 1 second. Okay, yes, it's a repeater set to 2 ticks. Okay, next we have to hook this up. So we're going to place a dust right there. Oh, we also have to replace that block. Okay, and that's all hooked up. Now this right here is our input. So what else are we missing? Are we missing anything? This is all wired up here. I think we can try it. So let me go make a lever and then we can try this. Okay, I got a lever and now we can try this out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well. Crap. Okay, so clearly something wrong. It looks like I missed something over here. What would that be? Okay, guys, after a bunch of troubleshooting, I finally figured out my problem. I forgot to place a redstone torch in a spot that I was supposed to, and it, as you can imagine, caused a lot of problems. So I just kind of gotta redo everything that I tore apart to find that. So I think it was like this. No, was it? No. Oh, crap. Let me figure this out again. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. Alright, now I think the only thing left to do is just this part with redstone, repeater, repeater. These are set to 4 ticks. Okay. Good. Let's give it a try. Perfect. Doesn't that look pretty cool? I think it does. Okay, so now that we're done with this, we're not done with our redstone yet. We've got to create the buttons to open the door. So we have to fill in the wall this much, and then we have to go one more block. We can break this. Alright, so this wasn't part of his tutorial. I had to figure this out on my own. So just bear with me as I try and troubleshoot here. Okay, so we want the button to be right here, right? The inside button. I'm going to start with the inside button as it's easier to figure out, and then the outside button will be done. We'll do that after we finish this. Okay, so we need a repeater, and then we need a block. We'll use this block, redstone. We're gonna need more repeaters, huh? Let me make some more repeaters. Okay, I got some repeaters. There we go. So now we can finish this. Alright, so we're gonna take this down again. And we kind of just need to, because we need to get to that block there. So, if I remember, has to be a repeater running into that. Okay, redstone, redstone, and then this will be our monostable circuit that runs the pulse to our repeater that runs into this. Okay. So in order to make this, we have to put a block there. We need a sticky piston for the block, and then another repeater running into another sticky piston with a redstone block, and then we can pull this redstone and run it into the repeater. Perfect. Now if we put a button right here, perfect. That worked. And for the outside wall, we have to start right there. And then we're going to run just a line of repeaters from the button, which will be somewhere. Let's see. Okay, so if we just kind of take this out, place a button right there, and the wall is closed. Now I'm thinking maybe we should turn these blocks into, let me see, chisel the large tile. Maybe that could look a bit better. Let's just, oh, get out of here. And then just kind of, so it contrasts. And then, oh wait, we gotta turn this one too then. And this one. And this one. Okay. And then we press the button again. Perfect. Now we have our piston door, finally. That took us a while. Let me just clean up my inventory and we'll get started with our next thing. Okay, thankfully I don't have to do any more redstone now. Now it's just a lot of crushing. Oh, you know what? This stuff is all supposed to be this. Laboratory floor. Okay, so let's go and close that just so nothing can sneak up on us. Now let's talk about the second goal of this episode, which is what is it? Excavate the big room or whatever. I forget how I worded it exactly. I'll just basically, this is going to be a speed build, and I'll explain why we're doing this and how we're doing this in the speed build chat. So enjoy. Okay, so how this build is going to work, and bear with me as I explain this because it's been a few days since I've recorded this episode and I'm just editing it now, so I forget exactly what I was going to say. But basically the premise of this build is we have the lab, right? And we want to create an atmosphere that feels like we're testing the dinosaurs, that feels like, you know, we're trying to observe them and learn more about them, rather than last series where it was a zoo and so we kind of just had the dinosaurs on display. So this one I want to be more what's the word, I guess it'd be like artistic or something a little less stereotypical like the zoo. And my design for this is basically there's going to be several different tunnels running through the lab underground underneath the mesa. And the first entrance room is going to be a very large scale room, as you can see now. It's a very large room, and on either side there's going to be two glass kind of enclosures, and these are where the first couple of dinosaurs are going to be. My goal with this is to kind of create like a dramatic entrance for the lab, one that kind of goes like makes you go, wow, that's actually pretty cool. Not all the enclosures will be this dramatic. We'll have a lot of several smaller enclosures for the smaller dinosaurs. Now, as you can see on the speed build, right now I'm filling in the walls and the floors. I excavated the entire room with my mega hammer. It took a long time. This entire project took a few days, especially because I kind of got bored of mining out this giant room, so I took a lot of breaks. But eventually I got it done, and I took out all the floor, changed it, put some grass in, put the laboratory floor in, and off camera I decorated the room. So next episode we're going to be starting and doing some work on getting dinosaurs, and you'll see that in the and you'll see the decorations that I did for the room, which you are not showcased in this speed build. Mainly because if I had done it on camera, I probably wouldn't have been able to come up with it very well, seeing as trying to build while talking is kind of difficult for me. But yeah, so that's basically it. It's a pretty short episode today. I hope you guys don't mind. Next episode will be longer and we'll have more stuff to do, but this was very important to get this first room done, and it will mean that we can get started on a lot more of our lab projects in the coming episodes. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Goodbye.